Sisu. Sisu was released on April 28th, 2023, and I recently got to finally watch it. This is a film that I've been seeing trailers for, bits and pieces of marketing here and there. Not a lot, but all the marketing that I saw was it's John Wick with Nazis. And I'm not so sure that does it complete justice, because the movie is simplistic in the John Wick way. And what I mean by that is you take a guy, you put him in an impossible situation, and you watch him just dispatch baddie after baddie in a way that is almost usually more creative than the last one. This is a movie that was directed by Jamal Hollander. Sorry if I butcher that. But the director does a magnificent job of building not just tension, but an atmosphere around the entire movie, because the movie takes place in the Lapland of Finland, and there's not a lot of scenery to chew up. It's mostly just rocky, rolling hills. And to give you the quick rundown, it centers around a gold miner that has finished his tour up with the Finnish army, who served in World War I and before, and now is finishing out his years as just a gold miner, a prospector. And the Nazis are being driven out of Finland. Then they're using the scorched earth tactic, so they're burning everything on their way out. And he's on his way into Finland, back home, and the Nazis are coming out. Well, since the Nazis know they're losing, they see him, they know that he has been mining gold, and so they basically chase him back through Finland for his gold, because they know once they leave the war, once they're out, there's nothing left for them. Either they're going to be tried for war crimes, or they're just going to have nothing to live on. So their best option is to chase him, get the gold, fly out of Finland, and basically just not go back to Nazi Germany. And what this film does great is, like I said, it creates that tension, it creates the atmosphere. Everything is smoky and just filled with dense dread throughout the entire movie, because Nazis have left nothing but death and destruction in their wake as they're leaving Finland. So everything is just ashy and burnt and on fire. Everybody's dead. It very much leaves a depressing feeling as the main character is going back into Finland. And there's not a whole lot of dialogue, and it doesn't hurt the film at all, because the main character, who they call Korshai, the character's called Korshai because they don't know his actual name, because he is only survived in legends. Even the Nazis know about him. He doesn't need to speak. His entire demeanor of how he is and how he carries himself, he doesn't need to speak, because you know his mission, his whole mission is just to get back home with his gold and his dog, and just to live out the rest of his days. He's lost everything else to the war. So he basically stops at nothing just to keep what little bit that he has, and to keep the Nazis from taking the last little bit of that they haven't taken yet. Kills are very creative, and the Nazis, they don't try extra hard to make them seem more evil than we already know of what they are, because they're Nazis. We all know what they've done, what they're capable of, and that they're bad guys. So they don't go to extra lengths. Yeah, there's a scene where you know that one of the lieutenants or whatever had just done something terrible to some women in a truck. It doesn't go through the graphic details. It just it implies that he is doing terrible, disgusting Nazi things. And it doesn't need to go further than that, because you already know what Nazis are capable of and what they do. So it brushes past that and goes right into the action. And all the tactics that you know that he's probably learned throughout the years and in his army service, he uses it on the Nazis. And his resilience, and that's why the movie is called Sisu, is because it is a Finnish descriptive word for strength or resilience and perseverance. And that is exactly what you see in this movie. The guy just will not die. Any way that you can figure out to get out of a situation, he figures it out. And in some movies, you'll see a protagonist get into a situation, and you're thinking, oh, how's he going to get out of that? But they don't show it. No, he figures it out every single step of the way in this film. And because of that, I have to praise this film even more, because they don't shy away from showing how he gets away from things, how he survives, and what he has to do to make it there. And this movie only had a budget of about $6.5 million, and it doubled its budget, but it wasn't a huge success because, and that's kind of sad because this movie, while it might not be ultra original, it is a fresh entry into sort of a clouded, action genre, full of just cliche remakes, things like that. This isn't a remake. This is something somewhat original, and by a director that isn't afraid to show the action on screen. If you have some time this weekend and you like the action genre and you want to see something that's just entertaining and even, I would dare say, inspirational, check out Sisu. Give that some of your time and some of your attention because it certainly deserves it. Right now, it's got a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb and a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's got pretty decent ratings. So I would definitely say it's worth giving a shot, and I would say worth buying on Blu-ray. Honestly, it is a pretty good movie. So with that being said, that's it for me, guys. Until next week, I'm gonna try and catch The Flash this weekend. So hopefully, I'll have a review on that for you guys. So stay tuned, and until next time, peace.